considering the number of chances that, as a team, you guys had?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely had our chances. I think we played a pretty good game, probably the first half of the game, and then we started to figure out a way to get inside their D and get opportunities. And there's a couple of chances I think we want to have back for the opportunities. So, but yeah, I mean, I think it seems like that you got to score, when you get a chance.
Have you guys get a little more physical with your style of play? Is that something you guys think you guys need to improve on?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's physicality. I think since we made those trades, we brought in Mo. I mean, Ozzie plays tough, Sadeo plays tough, and even Donald. I mean, all of our D, they've upped their physicality. I think probably in the last 10. But I mean, against a team like that, when they have small, skilled forwards, I think that's a little added incentive. From the forwards all the way to the D to play a little more physical.
Did it take a while to get your legs today? It seemed like the team came out a little sluggish leg-wise.
I mean, I think like I said, the first period was kind of choppy. It's really tough to play. I know for me personally, when there's a whistle every 30 seconds, and you try to get into a group, and then there's a whistle and timeout. So I think for both teams, the first period was a little bit slow, and then as we got to play a little bit more, a couple power plays here and there, I think the pace definitely upped itself.
With 13 games left, to now trail Utica by 7. They lost in a shootout today. They lost yesterday, so a couple chances where you could have picked up points and unable to take advantage of that.
Yeah, I mean, I think you said it. We have 13 games, so we don't want to let them get too far ahead of us. But there are 13 games, and I think you guys have seen when we get hot, when we put a good stretch together. There's not many teams that can play with us, so we just got to find that and put another little streak together.
How disappointing is it though to let 2 or 4 get away this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, especially I think last night was a big one for us. We played pretty well, and we kind of let that one slip away. And I think we knew tonight was going to be a good test, a good team. And to be honest, I think we played with them, and a couple tough penalty calls, and their execution was just a little bit better than ours.
Yeah, did you see that play when it looked like they called the dive on the?
Yeah.
Or did you?
I mean, for me, I think diving's probably one of the toughest calls to make in hockey, especially when you give just a dive and not at least the trip. So I think in the neutral zone, I don't know many players that will take a dive in the neutral zone. I think it's going to either come in the offensive zone or maybe on the breakout. But I mean, in the neutral zone, it's kind of a tough play because if you don't get the call, it's coming back your way. So I mean, it's definitely a tough call. And it was a big turning point.
Yeah, because you guys had the advantage. So
right.
You had a 2-on-1.
Yeah, and then they end up scoring on that too, which really takes some momentum right out of us.
16 goals, about where you thought you were heading?
I mean, I think before the season, I was shooting for 20, and then I started a little bit slow, and I was like, geez, it's no joke. And so I set it for 15, I think, earlier in the season. So I got that, and I need extra goals, for sure.
So it's still motivation for 20?
Yeah, I think 20, 25, 30. I mean, it's motivation anytime. Really, just try to go by increments of 5, so 20 will be next, and try to get there, and then go for 25.
On that goal, what happened?
I think it was there was a lot of weird stuff went into it. I tried to watch it again on the jumbotron there, but Willie did a good job of getting on that D and forcing him to make a play under stress. I think that's a pretty routine play for a defenseman, just rim it. So Will got a stick on his stick. It caused him to kind of put it off the boards just awkwardly, and it bounced right to him.
And you just put it away.
Yeah, that was a gift for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Look like now you're getting more and more confidence of the 2 goals yesterday and then today. You look like now you can really continue to be aggressive on the offensive end of the rink.
Yeah, I think when you get in a stretch like this where you're scoring almost on a nightly basis, I think it gives you that confidence before the game where I'm almost expecting myself to score now. I think at the beginning of the season I had chances where I just wasn't finishing, and now I'm starting to get in good spots and create good opportunities to create offense for our team.
Do you look at it now and think, boy, why was it so tough early?
Yes
I know
and
there's
no.
growth.
Yeah, I mean, in the first probably 15, you know, it was an eye opener, and then I think from that stretch from probably 15 to 30, you know, that's probably the time where I had a ton of chances, a ton of opportunities, getting a lot of grade A chances and couldn't score. And I think after Christmas, after All-Star break is when things just started going in. So I just kind of tried to stick to the process and just trust that my offense will come.
What's your goal? What were your goals for the season? I mean, just objective overall for improving your game overall.
I think for me, you know, I think the organization knows that, you know, I can produce offense. That's something that I've done my whole career. So, and I think the coaches here are telling me that, you know, it's not your offense that's keeping you out of the NHL. It's defense and the little things that you got to do to get there. So defensive play and just those small details that, you know, I recognized when I went up, just how good those guys really are at those small things.
Right. Yeah. How was that going up?
That was special. Yeah, it was. I mean, it was a good experience for sure. It's something I worked for my whole life. So, you know, I was happy I got the opportunity to do that, and you know, just something that I can learn from for sure.
Okay.